What's good, MJ traders and investors? It's Rod with Powell Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth for an MJ Sector review. Today's a review for Happy Friday, June 11th. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing Body and Mind as the stock of the day. And they were approved for Ohio processing. We'll look at that article here in just a moment. But before we jump in, make sure to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, tick the bell. You'll be notified when I go live next. It shows me some support. And we'll look at the MJ space in Canada and US in just a moment. I'll put some timestamps in the description below as well, but we'll look at the BAMM chart here in just a moment after we go over some news and events on the day, and we'll do some detailed analysis on the BAMM chart. But I've been saying for a while now that we're very bullish on BAMM in our group, and then it was starting to show signs that it was bottoming out, and I'll give a little bit more detailed explanation on that and what we can expect into next week. So Body and Mind approved for Ohio processing, and California manufacturing facility receives local approval. A multi-state operator, BAMM, is pleased to provide an update on the development and license approval of Ohio production facility and an update on the California manufacturing and distribution. BAMM has completed construction at the Ohio production facility and have received a certificate of occupancy and approval from the Department of Commerce to commence processing operations comprising manufacturing for extracted products, oils, edibles, that type of thing. And it's located next to the Body and Mind dispensary west of Cleveland, and anticipates producing a wide variety of Body and Mind branded offerings to the Ohio market. And then they give an update on the California manufacturing facility. I'm not going to go over that whole thing. You can read it on your own. You may have already read it. So we'll move on. So Hexo reports earnings on Monday. If you didn't see my video, basically I did a what's my plan leading into Monday. You can check that video out on Hexo and what my plan is. So basically, I'm using a short on SPY to hedge in case the broader market sees any significant weakness. I still have a ton of cash, but a big fat position on Hexo going into earnings. So if you want to see what what I'm expecting into next week, go check that video out. I may do another video as well tomorrow at some point, maybe a live stream where I'll do a type of Q&A and we can have just an earnings discussion and an earnings prep leading into that. Also, there is a couple of conferences coming up for Hexo right back to back. So Monday is earnings on pre-market on Monday. So that's good in itself. The fact that they're making it on Monday morning before the market open, generally a good sign. And then on Tuesday, Oppenheimer Consumer Growth and E-commerce Conference, and then Wednesday, Cantor and Fitzgerald Virtual LP conference as well. So lots going on next week and lots to cover. So expect lots of coverage on that next week. Also did a video today on the interview with Sebastian St. Louis, and that was with the business of MJ. So go check that out as well. It was about 19-20 minutes long, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I highly encourage you to watch that on your off time this weekend. So moving over to the BAMM chart. On the monthly time frame, we are still in a monthly uptrend, and we have key support at 27.5 cents, and we're holding this uptrend line. And we also have declining bear volume here on the monthly, which is what we want to see. And we are holding this uptrend line, looking for a monthly higher low compared to 27.5 cents. Keep in mind, we were just at 114 not that long ago, and we're still in a monthly uptrend. Now is the time, in my opinion, where we want to be building a position. Again, this isn't financial advice. This is just my opinion, and this is for entertainment purposes only. But personally, I've been buying this dip heavy. And like I said, generally, we want to be buying consolidation when we're in monthly uptrends, when we have U.S. legalization prospect looking much better day by day, and so many catalysts coming down the pipeline. What's going to happen when these companies uplist to U.S. major exchanges? So now is the time, in my opinion, where you want to start averaging in. If you're looking at a position in BAMM, there's no better time than right now. And then sure enough, I mentioned that in my video the last couple of days, and then we had this news come out. And it's funny how that news comes out right around support, right? And these market makers just, they know what they're doing and they play the game well. So from that low there at 38 cents, we bounced 26%, and we had nice volume there today coming off daily oversold. And like I said, there's so many catalysts to be bullish on leading into the end of the year here. And like I said, this is just a name I can see doing extremely well. I think it's extremely undervalued. I could see this stock going to $5 someday, but in the short term, at least to $2. But who knows what's going to happen when this thing, uplists to, let's say, the NYSE or the NASDAQ. We hit 371 back here in April of 2019, so we came very close to $5 on that push. And I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't hit $5 on uplisting, and that would mean that federal prohibition is basically over at that point. But taking a look at the weekly chart on the BAMM chart here, so on the weekly we're below the 10-week moving average at 51 cents. The stochastic has already seen a bullish cross, but still some work to do there on the moving average and the MACD. In terms of the weekly moving averages, we topped out last week at the 50 weekly moving average and confirmed resistance, and that was at 51 cents, which 50 cents psychological, nice round number as well. So at this point we are struggling. That's confirming as strong resistance. So next week we'll look to get over 51. If we get over 51, we'll be looking to resistance there at 60, which is the 100 weekly moving average. But after that, we really don't have any resistance until all the way up at 114. And taking a look at the daily moving averages, so still a ways to go. We had that death cross, and that's likely why we're seeing such a bearish move here, or why we've seen such a bearish move, because that's already crossed a few days ago. So death cross, and like I said, just hard to imagine we go any lower. We had support at 40 cents, and it's hard to imagine that we really go any lower than 38 here. I mean, I think the all-time low is 22 cents. We'll just go back on the chart here. Yeah, 22 cents. So hard to imagine with all of the the positive outlooks and catalysts coming up that we go back down below 38 cents. But anything can happen. But like I said, I'm not expecting a drop below 38. I think this is going to be a bottom at least for a while. Of course, if SPY sees any weakness or anything like that, that could obviously change things. I did a broader market video as well just before this. You can check that out for a bit of a recap on the broader market and the S&P 500, what to expect into next week. But taking a look at the weekly VWAP, so we're still a long ways away from that weekly VWAP and 20 weekly moving average at 63. So like I said, I anticipate 60 cents to be strong resistance, and we have a lower high here at 65. So after 60, 65, and then really nothing until 114. So this is one of those names where it's boring until it's not. And whenever it starts to move, it can really, really move. And like I said, monthly uptrend, trying to get over, we got above the monthly EMAs, but now we're pulling back, testing that support. And now we're just gearing up for another move higher with that declining bear volume. That's what we want to see. So on the bull and bear list, we had BioHarvest, TAUG, and KBEV. On the bull list, we had BAMM, of course, TAP, and GTII. And just taking a look at MSOS here on the weekly. So we finished with a weekly equilibrium with a low, high, higher, low, lower, high, now searching for a higher low compared to 38.26. We're going to see in which way this breaks going into next week. So I will expect a break of this equilibrium at some point in the next couple of weeks. So getting extremely tight here, and we've only got a range of about 6%. So it's going to continue to tighten, and the more we tighten up, the bigger we'll watch for a spike in volume, and a breakout, a move will be imminent at that point, and we'll be looking, if we break 44.14, then we confirm a weekly uptrend, and that would mean monthly consolidation is over. But if we see a bear break of 38.26 and then lose 37.56, then we continue the weekly downtrend. So moving on to the Canadian sector. So Hexo closed at 662, sitting at 662 after hours. So I said in my video earlier, you can check it out for full details on that, but I said as long as we don't close below 641, I'm not going to trim anything in my swing account. So I'm holding a very large position through these earnings. Again, I won't go into too much detail on that. You can check out that video for some more information on that. But on the bull and bear list, we had KBEV, XLY, PWR, and TGOD. TGOD still feeling the wrath from selling its facility to Canara Biotech. Love, check out my video I did on that yesterday as well. Extremely bullish on Love. And on the bull list, we had Labs, NSP, and N. And speaking of Love, we did hit 18 cents today. So we have key resistance at 18 cents, which is the 52-week high. So we tested 18 cents today and pulled back. But if we can get over 18 cents, then it's 20 cents and then nothing until the all-time highs, right, at 34 cents. So extremely bullish chart. We did have an upper wick there on the weekly candle and a bit of a bearish candle there on the daily with a huge upper wick. But massive volume, not quite daily overbought yet. And when we do pull back, we'll be looking for a higher low compared to 12.5 cents. But this is a name that I'm extremely bullish on. And if we can get over that 18 cent, just watch out. Because if we get over 18 and 20, This thing could rocket like you wouldn't believe. And again, extremely bullish on this name. Check out my other video as well. I did an introduction video called Meet Canara Biotech, and then I did a product review of some of their products that are exclusive to Quebec at the moment, and they're absolutely fantastic. And then I did a video yesterday on that TGOD facility sale that they purchased. So going to end it there. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe to the channel on your way out. I appreciate you tuning in as always, and we shall see you. Probably going to do another video tomorrow. I'll likely do a live stream, a type of Q&A. So we'll do some questions and answers, and then just a generic discussion. You guys can prepare some questions if you want, and then we'll just do an earnings preparation video essentially leading into Monday. So really looking forward to it. Going to rest up. I encourage everybody else to do the same. Have a fantastic weekend. Really looking forward to Hexo earnings on Monday, and looking forward to do it all again. So have a great weekend once again, and take care. We'll see you after market close on Monday.